I wanna be a billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.
Hi everyone, this is Nasir from English with Nasir, and I'm glad to see you again in this video, and I hope you are all doing okay. Well, in this video we'll be talking about what a verb is and the two main types of verbs. Basically, I want to talk about the two because I cannot cover the two main types in this video. So just one type, which is about auxiliary verb, and I hope this video will more or less help you. What is a verb? A verb is a word form that is used in order to describe an action such as walk, talk, run, cycle, appear, sing, drink, eat, and etc. And you know what? Verbs are necessary in every sentence because without the presence of a verb, the sentence cannot be complete or fully understood. Yeah. And the question is, how can we identify a verb in a sentence? Here, let's take a look at the example below. So, example number 1, Suchitra is a funny guy. And number 2, the T asked me a good question last night. So in number 1 we have the verb to be is, and whatever type of verb it is, but it is also a verb. And number 2 we have asked, yes, which is also a verb. And you also want to know how can we identify a verb in a sentence. As a rule, verb normally comes after the subject. So we have is in example number 1 right after the subject Suchitra, and asked, which is the verb past that is used, or it comes after the subject the T. Okay, that's how it is. So let's settle down quickly to the two main types of verbs. Well, basically we have two types of verbs: auxiliary verbs and ordinary verb. But as I said, I won't talk about ordinary verb because if I did, my video would last up to 10 minutes or something. So I decided not to talk about it. So just talk about it in the next video. Yes, of course. And for auxiliary verbs, we have the other two types. We have primary auxiliary verbs. We refer to do, be, and have, and the other type is what we call modal auxiliary verb. The primary auxiliary verb do, be, and have. So what is special about them? Well, the point is that do, be, and have can function both auxiliary verb and ordinary verb. If you use them in order to express the tenses, the voice, and mood, they are used as auxiliary verb. But if you use them in the positive sentence without any support of other auxiliary verb, or let's say there is only one verb in a sentence, then do, be, and have themselves function as ordinary verb. Okay, so let's compare the sentences below. Sentence number 1, do we talk in Khmer? So do here is used as auxiliary verb in order to form the present simple. Okay, and in the following example we still use do, but let's find out. We do our household chores. So do here is not an auxiliary but ordinary, because there is only one verb in the sentence, and as I said, when there is only one verb in the sentence, do has to be ordinary verb. Okay, because we just use auxiliary verb to help ordinary verb. But what if there is no ordinary verb? So what is the point of using auxiliary verb? Okay, that's what I meant. Next example, example of verb to be. So you are speaking behind my back. So are as a verb to be, of course, but we use it as an auxiliary verb in order to form the continuous tense, okay, present continuous in particular. And the next one, you are on the right track. So are here is also the verb to be, but it is not. Yeah, it is not an oxy, because as I said, there is only one verb in a sentence. So when there is one verb, be has to be ordinary. It cannot be oxy. Okay. Yeah. Another example of have. Okay. So they have a huge lorry. So have here is as an ordinary verb. There is only one verb here, so have is an ordinary verb. And another example, Stephen and I have studied Spanish for more than 2 years. So have here is used in order to, it's used to help form the perfect tenses, okay, the present perfect, and then it is an auxiliary verb, not ordinary verb, okay. So I hope you understand better. Apart from that, let's take a quick look at modal auxiliary verbs, shall we? Modal auxiliary verbs such as can, could, may, might, will, would, must, shall, and etc. They are used to express the certainty, the possibility, necessity, advice, refusals, and many more. You know what? They cannot be confused with primary auxiliary verbs, which is used to express the voice, the tenses, and mood. Okay, let me give you some example of modal auxiliary verb. So the first example, the light is on. There must be someone inside the house. Well, now we use must for certainty, and another example could be, I won't be home tonight. Don't wait for me. So here we use won't, which is a contraction form of will not for the refusal. This is the end of this video, and of course, everything about verb that you have to know is not finished yet, and I hope you stay tuned, because I will be talking about ordinary verb, which is the other main type of verbs, in the next video. Okay, so goodbye, see you in the next video, and happy learning.
I found a love for